I wanted to issue a warning to all the silver stackers out there. As you know, the paper silver market dominates the paper silver price of silver. I mean, there's no way in hell we would be down at $20 an ounce if there wasn't massive amount of paper short contracts that are loaded on top. And one thing people have got to understand about silver versus stocks or anything else that they may have been used to: when a stock is issued out into the public, there's a limited amount of shares that are out there, and it's a quantifiable factor of how many shares there are. When it comes to silver, the banks can put unlimited amount of silver into the market, into the paper silver markets. They can sell unlimited amount of silver, and that's what has warped the price of the price of silver far below what its fair market value would be if there wasn't these paper contracts on there. And I've said before, since the beginning of this current bull run, the first quarter of this year, I wasn't convinced that this was a real bull run. And mainly because gold was outpacing silver in terms of relative price appreciation. And understanding that the gold market is measured in tens of trillions of dollars, that's how much notional value of gold is out there, versus maybe a few billion dollars, $20 billion at most in silver. Any amount of money put into either market is going to have a very little effect on gold and a huge effect on silver. So when gold is outpacing the price of silver, that says to me that was something wrong. That all turned around in May, where the price of silver started to outpace the price of gold. And as you can see, silver is by far the best performing asset. And I tell people not to get too excited about that because, yeah, it's up 40, 45, sometimes 50%. It still is far below it's what I consider its fair value of anywhere between $500 and $900 an ounce. And I've done tons of videos to support those figures, either monetary supply, measuring in human labor relative to the Dow. It's just silver is so far undervalued, even to gold. The gold to silver ratio is so out of whack. That any amount of, what I consider a normalcy inside the market would put silver into at least 500, if not 900 and above. But what I didn't see, and I don't follow these paper markets, and a lot of these other guys kind of get their tits wrapped around the COMEX and stuff like that. But what I've seen in this article that I just read by Harvey Organ, that the open interest in silver is highest it's ever been, representing just over 1.1 billion ounces. And he equates that out to 156% of global silver production, ex-Russia, ex-China, because they don't export silver from those markets. So I looked at this chart, and it's true, man. If you look at the beginning of this year, where it was at normal levels, the open interest has just gapped open. And that says to me that they're throwing a ton of paper silver onto the market. They're watching it rise, and they're throwing even more on it. So they're doubling down, tripling down on this. And and since these are derivative contracts, they have to be sitting on tremendous losses. And I will remind you, this is what took Bear Stearns down in 2008. They were short silver, and JP Morgan had to come in, buy them at $2 a share, take up all their silver shorts. They were recapitalized, and they smacked it all the way down to $8 in that same year. So here we are again, where we're at even a same price that it was blowing up for Bear Stearns, roughly about $21. And the open interest is gapped double of what it was then. And the price of silver, again, has got tremendous amount of legs to it. I mean, it's up, 43% so far this year. And my warning to people is, if you're concerned about the dollar value of your silver, first of all, I don't recommend playing in these silver markets at all, in the futures and stuff like that, because they, while it looks like they're on the ropes, and they would be forced to buy back their silver shorts, which they never do. I mean, they never really fully cover all their shorts. They're always just there just to wipe out the longs. But if they do that, we could see a real quick smash of silver as we head into, the end of summer is really, the summertime is not a good time for the silver paper market. It's usually in the fall and the spring in the winter it picks up. But we could be in for a quick crash, or, geez, this could be the beginning of the mother of all markets where if they do have to cover these paper shorts. Throw on top of it a physical default or helicopter drops, which is now being ballooned in Japan and who knows what other central banks are out there. This thing could get out of hand insanely quick. We've had far less reason for silver to go up, and it has, and it caused silver physical shortages. And I'm just, you got to watch this. You got to pay attention to this. Do not be playing in their paper markets. If you are, you risk them coming in and just smacking the heck out of the paper price of silver. Or, the long side is that they finally do lose control of it, that the COMEX is rendered irrelevant, that the metals are going from west to east, and we're in for the ride of our life. So I just wanted to put this out there. I am opening up the Silver Shield group. Once again, this will be the last time for this year. If you're interested in these kind of micro mintages that I've been doing, that I've been appreciating far beyond even the great price that silver's been doing this year, I think I calculated it was up 121% the last time I looked in May. That the rarity, the quality, and the strikes of these micro mintages are doing really well. So we just finished the Oligarchy 2016 series. I'm about to start the 7 Sins of Obama and complete the 6 Slave Queens. So it's a nice time to open up the Silver Shield group again. It's the hardest core stackers you've ever met. I mean, we got guys who have tons of silver in the group, and they they're very passionate about talking about it and supporting those that are in this group. So if you're interested in joining the Silver Shield group, it is open. You can go to silvershieldexchange.com. You'll see the button on the top right hand corner. I think there's an article posted there where you can join. Thank you so much. Bye.